All right. Black Power is the General Sarah Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Y'all know what it is. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, all them General Sarah Seti classic DVDs, got t-shirts, got hoodies, got African jewelry, Kemetic jewelry for the kings and queens, and much, much more. Going over there to KingSeti.com and be amazed. To all my family out there, Patreon, General Sarah Seti, live streaming on Patreon, General Sarah Seti, exclusive live streams. You understand? Just for the family. You understand what I'm saying? Taking it up a notch. When you're ready to go up a notch, get over there. Patreon, General Sarah Seti, become a patron and become amazed. All right, for the family out there, when it's too hot for YouTube, when it's too hot for Patreon, I take it straight to GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, about to put that fire over there. See, now that's why I can put the fire. Got over 500 videos, you understand, a treasure chest of wisdom for the family. You must have, a must have. God damn it, there's so much information over there, guaranteed to wake a nigga up out the day. So get on over there, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, for the next level of the general. Okay? Today, we dealing with a very powerful, powerful issue. We dealing with the so-called ancient migration. I just got off the general's page dealing with Dwarka, which is an ancient city of India established by Osiris. Osiris establishing many cities in India before the so-called Indian that's there today for the Nile Valley Kushites, documented in the ancient world. Don't know why you still confused about that, but I got to remind you of the facts. So the reason why we got to deal, because it's shrinking, it's shrinking the power of the African in the history book. You understand what I'm saying? And it's shrinking the greatness of our people and the reach of our people and the things on this planet which we established. You understand what I'm saying? With supreme wisdom coming from the beginnings of the Nile. You understand? Going out and spreading into Southern Asia, spreading into Southern, what we call the Southern Americas. You understand what I'm saying? You know, even going into Northern America. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is our history. And we got to be kings and queens about snatching our history back. We can't just go along with everything, just because a motherfucker say this is science. Ain't no fuck the white man science. Motherfucker been over our own life every motherfucking day. Nah, this is what I just gonna get a rundown, and I've been said this shit. You know what I'm saying? I keep going over and over and over. It was just not long ago, even when I was dealing with them other dumb niggas, talking about science. Oh, science. And just like the teachers, and I had already said anyway that the Dead Sea Scrolls fake, and then they come out not long ago, about a year and a half ago on CNN, and they ain't nothing but the outreach of the beast. You understand what I'm saying? And and so they come out and say 5 of the scrolls is fake. All of them goddamn fake. What the fuck is you talking about? 5 of them is fake. And if y'all was so great as scholars and shit, what took y'all so fucking long to figure that out? I already know that African people didn't move past it. So it's irrelevant at this point. So y'all gonna say, well, this one is fake. We got the new one. That ain't fake. Until we bust that up. And then they gonna throw that one in the goddamn door. Out the door. You see what I'm saying? Not long ago, they were saying that no hominoid on the planet had inbred with the Neanderthal. That the Homo sapien was 2 different hominoids. I think upright, which is all garbage. You understand what I'm saying? Then they come out not long ago and say the Neanderthal has You know, the European got so much percent of Neanderthal. Motherfucker, he all Neanderthal. You know what I'm saying? People keep talking about, hey, he one motherfucker, all Neanderthal. You understand? His actions prove that. You understand what I'm saying? All Neanderthal. So now, you know, so they had to, you know, shoot that down. Because they, at first, no hominoids had inbred with the Neanderthal. But then they say we didn't find that there is some Neanderthal genes in the European. And that the only people on the planet that, you know, didn't have no Neanderthal, was the African, right? Now today, they talking about the Khoisan of Africa, Southern Africa, went out into Europe and inbred with the Neanderthal and brought it back. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I hope we ain't got no usurpers out there. I don't want to have to put no nigga on that grill now. Okay? Keep it quiet, because I will embarrass you. And embarrass your ass. Who out there running their mouth? Who out there running their mouth? Block their ass. Get their ass up out of there. Put them in the guillotine. All right, family. Now today, because you know when motherfuckers, like when you get to exercising these motherfuckers, you notice when you get to exercising that demon, that motherfucker get to shaking and shit, and then all type of slob get to coming out their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Notice that when you get to exercising these, I appreciate you, King. You know what I'm saying? When you get to exercising these demons, they get to foaming at the mouth because they know what they is. You understand? All you had to do, and the first thing you know, when you call their name, all you had to do is, what's his name? You understand what I'm saying? When you call that motherfucking name, it could be Pazuzu, it could be whatever. And when you call that name, you got him, and that motherfucker get to shaking. Every time you watch one of them horror movies, when you got that bitch get to shaking real fast, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you keep beating them. You know what I'm saying? With that African knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they get to squirming like that, because they know they lying, and they know we can go right now and document every fucking thing that I'm saying. So now they saying that at first they said the only people that didn't have the Neanderthal gene was the African. Now they trying to say they didn't went back on that. Now they trying to say the Khoisan then went out into Europe and inbred with the Neanderthal, and that now and he brought it into Africa. See, they was only, we had them on the ropes. We had them on the ropes. And so when motherfuckers keep talking all that bullshit science, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Because the first thing about science is a eyewitness account. God damn it, you know, you ain't gonna shake no vials and shit. Cause don't no goddamn rocks and bones talk. They don't do that. So you can formulate your own system, shaking some shit in the vial. That shit don't mean nothing to me at all. And you the last. So when you talking about a primary evidence, you talking about primary evidence is that information that was recorded at the time of the event in which you speaking about. So if you don't bring me no shit damn near 1 million years, and we don't even know if it's a million. All these dates they throwing up there is garbage. I'll show you and the reason why we crack that migration shit, because it's so connected to the racist evolutionary theory of these people. And I'm gonna show you this shit, man. This shit, you know, and don't look through. Let me put this up here. Let me get this shit here. We always got some phony ass beast or some silly nigga with chronic crackatosis. He can't take it. Can't take it. Get the exercise in these motherfuckers out here. Straight up. Putting that holy water from the Nile on their ass. Putting that holy water from the Nile on there. Let me get it up here, family. And I'm gonna show you this. So we gonna crush this shit. Cause the last man on it, I'm gonna show you this. Here we go. Let me get it up here. Let me get it up here. Rocking these motherfuckers up out their misery tonight. Okay, we dealing with the human migration myth and madness exposed. Now, when you look at this, I want y'all to pay attention. And let me come from this way. See, look at this and tell me what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? See, the thing is this, which I be beating their ass. You know what I'm saying? Number one, you got this shit up here, monkeys. You understand what I'm saying? Now, all the monkeys, this motherfucker got a little baby fro. You know what I'm saying? This one, kind of got some European hair on their head because that shit looks straight. But these is all melanated. And I ain't never seen no goddamn monkey this goddamn dark because they usually light in the damn face. You know what I'm saying? They usually light in the damn face except the gorilla. You understand what I'm saying? So you see right here, this motherfucker got eyebrows and shit, but he look like a monkey. And then you get all the way down here to the Neanderthal with that brow and shit, this long ass nose, and this, that, and the third. Nah, this is supposed to be the evolution of man, okay? And then from that, then certain of these species supposedly went out into the other parts of the world, and I guess, you know what I'm saying, that, they changed into whatever the fuck they changed into. I'm not getting off into none of that garbage. You understand what I'm saying? We are Africans, and that's all we ever been. And I'm sick of people keep coming up with this dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, what you don't understand in the racism is this. That how do it jump from this melanin to this white man? You see what I'm saying? You don't even see the African in this. You understand what I'm saying? Because how did he lose the melanin to become this? You see what I'm saying? And so the reality is the reason why ain't no black man in there because this monkey is the black man. You see, they don't want to show you how they done played us in this. And then got enough nerve to talk about racism and shit. And they got this shit all in the goddamn books and calling this shit science. You see what I'm saying? All the damn monkeys look, got melanin, deep melanin in their skin. You know what I'm saying? And then they get to the European, the Neanderthal. But nobody tell, how the fuck did he just jump to that? Show us, it's a lot of goddamn stages to jump even from that to that. You know what I'm saying? From this monkey to this monkey, it's a long goddamn, it's some stages that been left out of there. And it ain't no reason to put them in there because it's all a lie. This is supposedly modern man, the Caucasus, the Uralian man, the Uralian man. You see what I'm saying? That's what they call modern man. And saying that the apes kept evolving and that the African is closest to the monkey. And that's why they made them look African. That's why they made them look African. And so now we dealing with this so-called migration myth. You see what I'm saying? Nah. I want to get to one that's even, this one is 40,000 years. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll deal with this one. Okay? I'll deal with this one. How I'm looking out there. Let me bring it up a little more. Because I got to hurt feelings tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're true. You've been holding on to the lie for too long now. Okay? Now, when you look, you say, right here, it say human origins 200 to 250,000 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So when I talk about, you see over here, you see Southwest Asia, 100,000 years. You see what I'm saying? So how did they get over there? Now they right here they show you that the yellow possible coastal routes of human migration. So you look at this one and show you, now how in the hell do you expect these people to go all across on some goddamn canoes? You understand what I'm saying? They on the goddamn ocean and they even trying to take a coastal route. You know what I'm saying? But they're not showing you that the African also came not just the northern route, but the migrations in Oceania, because they always show you a blank Pacific Ocean. It's islands. So they went from island to island to island, and they also came to what we call the Americas from the West Coast. Even though the Olmecs was set up, Heartland was on the East Coast, they also had, they had ports on the West Coast too. You understand what I'm saying? So the Africans came to the Americas from the East and the West. See, the route that they want to show you is the land routes. And like I told motherfuckers, why the hell you gonna leave Africa, a paradise, and just go wandering? You understand what I'm saying? Just go wandering. Now you see here, it says Australia, Africans, and I'm gonna just say may have reached Australia as close to 60,000 years. Okay, now the first, they say Europe is 40,000 years ago. Okay, now this is what they say. Now I already know, and we already know that who the fuck say that 200,000 years? Who said the man and that ain't even him. That's when the African went into this area of Europe. Okay, this is when Africans went into this area of Europe. This is where you get, the so-called where you get, the so-called leprechaun and which is the Twa. You understand what I'm saying? This is where you get the so-called Venuses. You know what I'm saying? They got one called the Venus of Willendorf. The Africans was in this area long before what we call today Europeans. And they not Caucasians because that's too far south, which I'm going to deal with, that they are further up behind Rail Mountains. So I call them the Uralian monkey. Okay, that's the Uralian monkey that they evolved from. These are facts. These are facts. And I know it's gonna hurt, but I'm basing it on factual information. You can run, but you can't goddamn hide. Okay, so you see right here, Siberia. Now you can see when they start lying, they just fabricating dates. You understand what I'm saying? They just fabricate. Now you see Southwest Asia, and you see they point down there, to the area. You see damn near close to Israel. So they need, they hype that up to make it seem like that they was down there around, and that's a goddamn lie. You understand what I'm saying? That's a goddamn lie. If they was down there 100,000 years ago, you're going to have to up this right here to at least to 1 million goddamn years ago. You understand? They trying to keep all the damn dates close. But when you go and look at the artifacts in Africa and you got pyramids that look like they're going to be standing another goddamn 100,000 years, that means we've been on the planet far longer than anybody else to have, gathered that sophisticated, the depths of a sophisticated science like that. You see what I'm saying? So I want y'all to be clear that the oranger, is the true routes, because when we went out, we didn't go out into, and no reason for somebody to leave the Nile Valley and to go into any area in Europe or in the Sinai Peninsula. Wait, I want y'all to see this shit. Well, no, let's look at this so y'all can understand exactly what the hell I'm talking about. You see, this is a good one, right? You come out here and the Nile is the bread basket of. Now, what would make, and you didn't have empires fighting all over the goddamn planet Earth for the Nile because it was the bread. What would make Africans leave the bread basket of the planet Earth you got fresh water, you got fish, you got all type of animals in which you know what I'm saying, could, to eat, you understand, and to cultivate, you understand, and you gonna go walking and migrate, and then they act like we just migrated through the desert, went over the mountains, and went through some more mountains, for fucking what? For fucking what? So we got to understand that this is a fabricated lie. When our people, let me be clear of what I'm trying to put across to the family. When we left Africa, we went as high intellectual explorers. We didn't go because there's no reason for a motherfucker to just start walking. And you mean to tell me, motherfucker, what is your purpose? Okay? What is your motherfucking purpose? To just start wandering. If this is your home, and motherfucker, they be looking at motherfuckers on the news every day. Motherfucker just wandered away from home. Usually they done lost a couple marbles upstate. And so that people have to put he lost a couple marbles. He done walked off and went some goddamn where. But if this is goddamn home, what would make a motherfucker just start walking? See, that's that dumb shit. See, that's that nomadic shit. For people that ain't got no home. For people that ain't got, see, that's the key. So you can't let a motherfucker that ain't got no home tell your history. So it shows, let me get back to what I'm doing. It shows, matter of fact, let me take that out there. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know GeneralSETI.com. Y'all know what it is. Let me take that out of there. So yes, our people also came across and as explorers, as nation builders, came across and colonized what today they call Southern Arabia. Ain't no damn Arabia. That's why when they talk about the best of Arabia, it's called Arabia Felix. That's Southern Arabia. That's considered the most plush and lush area of Arabia and the most ancient. Even when you're dealing with them Arabs over there, they know that Southern Arabia is the most ancient part of Arabia because the Ethiopians, Kushite, came across there and colonized that. For what reason? It's an empire. They need to hold down, listen to me, because we talking military science now. They need to hold down. Matter of fact, I need this one back. They trying to hold down these ports. These are ports. You got the Gulf of Aden. You understand what I'm saying? You got this area between Yemen and Ethiopia. You understand what I'm saying? And so to maintain full control, because this is world trade. This is global trade coming through here. Coming through the Sinai Peninsula from the Mediterranean, selling down through the Red Sea, coming through this area between Ethiopia and Yemen, coming through here, which we call the Gulf of Aden, going into the Persian Gulf, going into India and beyond. Okay? This is why that was established. Okay? And so every area that they went strategically. They went strategically. You see what I'm saying? So when you get here, the southern port here is the first established area of what they call Mesopotamia in the south. I'm showing you everything was strategic. Okay, that means there was a science to it. They was not just mob and wandering through no goddamn desert. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the European and his madness that's teaching that shit. You see what I'm saying? And so, again, showing you over here, the Hindu Kush, okay, first starting in the Indus Valley, which today is Pakistan. So you see, it's on the opposite side of them damn mountains. Who the fuck would have migrated all through these goddamn mountains? And then if you go through these mountains and then come out on the other side, you're going to have to come through the mountains this way to get back down into goddamn Indus Valley. Who would have done some sick shit like that? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the shit that they trying to prove, which from our people cannot be proven. Because we haven't known no other time when our people did not have supreme science. All that shit talking about, we did not. When you look at the pyramid, anybody that's been to the pyramid and your spirit, your African spirit connect with that building, you know for a fact that that building could be for at least a $500,000 at a minimum. A million years, 500,000 years of science, architectural, and a university of sciences that's attributed to that pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? Over probably 200 different sciences is connected to that pyramid to make it what it is. So that's at least $500,000. So, you know, when our family went out into everything was strategic. Everything was strategic. And a lot of the areas in which they went into were very similar to areas where at least they're going to go to the best part, where they can survive. They got water. They got some form of vegetation. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the areas that they set up. Okay, now again, this is what they call Sheba. You understand? Now they want to call it Arabia Felix. Now, if you look at this, wait a minute, let me clear this up. Okay, now this is Arabia. Now, this little river right here, that's the Tigris and Euphrates. And so the southern region down here is where the Africans sailed in and established the first colony of the Kushites. First capital of Sumer, the first capital of Babylon was Kish. They try to spell it with a Kish, but it's Kush. Okay? And they know that. And so this area is what the Arab try to call Arabia Felix. You see, now they gave this too much because they trying to get Mecca and Medina and shit all in. That's a bunch of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Arabia Felix was the very lowest portion outside of Mecca and Medina, which is in the goddamn mountains. You understand what I'm saying? We could bring that up. You see, and Nimrod, show you right here, Shinar, which is right there. This coming up out there, the white man Bible. He told the truth there. He just didn't tell you how it happened. He'll tell you that it started in the south. He just lying about how. So Shinar is supposedly the first area in which Nimrod establishes civilization in Mesopotamia. But yet the damn boat landed in the goddamn Noah's Ark landed in the Caucasus Mountains. So I guess they walked all the way down here, didn't leave no civilization in between the Ark and Shinar, and they started their civilization down here in the south. Okay? The truth is the Africans sailed in, just like they've sailed into the Indus Kush. That's why even when you come over into this particular peninsula, the other side of the Bay of Bengal, you will see Angkor Wat. You see on the other side of Angkor Wat, you see the Champa civilization. Even in modern day Myanmar, which was Burma, you see all them damn pagodas and oh, let me blow that up. You see all them pagodas and all them pyramid temples over there in the southern region. Okay? Now let me get back up here so I can get on this beat. Got to get on them. Hold on, family. We're working out for a reason today. We got to dispel this. You understand what I'm saying? We have to dispel this. I like this. Okay, let me bring it back up. Let me see if I can blow that one up a little more. Yeah. Yeah, let me take that out of there. Okay. Now, what I like about this one is show that you got Africa, you got east to north, East Africa, even Southern Africa. This whole portion, you talking about 200,000 years. You see what I'm saying? Even though you see that's just a kidnapping of the data to explain, to keep it close. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that close. It's not that close. It's not. It ain't even close. But they want to kind of keep it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're too far out of the spectrum, it'll show you as the gods and goddesses of the universe that you are. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want it. And so they want to keep it just close enough. And then even there, they want to say, God damn it, you was fumbling and, you was crawling and you was still trying to walk upright and shit. Even then, you wasn't even. And so when we look at the goddamn pyramids in Egypt, that destroys that myth. That destroys that myth. God damn it, we have never known no other time when the African did not have supreme science. We don't know no other time. We got to give up on this madness. That's why, and if we knew this, we wouldn't be trying to figure out who we gonna vote for. One goddamn Neanderthal or the other. Both of them goddamn near 300 years old combined. Either or can die in goddamn office. They ain't got no youth, and that don't make no difference about, but they just show you the Cronus effect. You understand what I'm saying? That just show you when they eat their young, they don't allow no young to get in. They just hoard the power. You see what I'm saying? These are facts. These are facts, hoarding power. And then in 2020, you looking at goddamn one of the, what they call them motherfucker, Tales from the Crypt. Biden look like Tales from the Crypt. And goddamn, and Trump look like Beavis and goddamn Butthead. And you got these motherfuckers, and this your options. Nigga, you might as well throw in the goddamn towel. Say, I quit. I motherfucking quit. You know what I'm saying? And so we cannot keep, shrinking because it's detrimental. You understand that we understand so we can have the energy to move forward. We got to get out of this paradigm of thinking that we stuck in. We got to move past this sick paradigm that we in. You understand? It cannot be. We got to get the fuck up out of it. We got to go see places. We got to move on. We got to go home. We got to go areas where our peoples is at and live, some semblance of freedom, and not have this beast over you all the time. And even in the homeland, there's a lot of cleansing that got to go on. But after so many goddamn, hundreds and thousands, couple thousand years of all type of decadence and what we call the Hellenistic period, where we've been living under the Hellenes. You understand? Living in hell, that we got to break the yoke of the Hellenes. And you cannot break the yoke by teaching and preaching this garbage to the children so they can continue on trapped in this goddamn box, trapped in this paradigm. We got to break up out of there. But at least here, they show that the first area in which we moved into was West Africa. I must be clear about that. So Africa is the first world. This is we didn't go into South Asia first. We went in all parts of Africa first, and then we went into South Asia. Okay, we went into South Asia second. So South Asia is the second world. Okay, Africa is the first world. Africa plus Southern Asia is the second world. Now you got three worlds, what we call the third world. You understand what I'm saying? We first world. Now they always talking about third world, second world. The Europeans is the third world. Because that's like the third, and we got two third world periods. Now why do I say two third world? Because we established Europe and then we came to the Americas. The European didn't have nothing to do with that. So we established ourselves in Africa. Then we established ourselves in Southern Asia. Then we establish ourselves in Southern Europe and establishing ourselves in the Southern Americas, what we know of as the Americas today. So that's really 4 worlds. You understand what I'm saying? And why I say 2/3 world? Because, Europe and America, they didn't have when we went to the Americas, the European didn't have nothing to do with that. So as we established Europe, we established America. These was the next worlds that we would establish. You see what I'm saying? And so it show you right here. We went into, now if this is true, 50,000 years, then we went into what they call Southern Europe. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how in the fuck can a motherfucker get into Southern Europe from Africa right here, and you got a motherfucker up here 30,000 years? You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So how is he, and why would he go there? You understand what I'm saying? Why would he go there? At least, here, you got some semblance of some Mediterranean life. You know what I'm saying? You got some warmth. You got a couple, vegetables here and there. You understand? Europe is still a mountain, but you got some semblance. So what would make a motherfucker? So we got to ask ourselves. See, them motherfuckers started here and migrated down. And we have never seen any of those people before they came down. So a lot of people say, well, you said where did you? I wasn't up there. The fuck is you asking me for? You motherfucker think you supposed to know every motherfucking thing. They say, Sadie, what did the white man? I wasn't up there. What the fuck is you know what I'm saying? We know what direction and we can document where they wasn't. See, that's key. We can document where they wasn't. You understand? And what we could document is when they came into our area. And so it's very significant because if you watch a man, he'll play his own cards. And that's why they start their calendar 0 AD. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which is really like, 300 years, before they took, control. That's when they start a date. If they thought they was more ancient than that, they damn sure would not start at I don't give a goddamn about Jesus, the birth of Jesus. That's bullshit. That's the reality of when you came on the scene. 0. So y'all ain't been out here but about 2,000 years, maybe 300. You start with Alexander right around 330 BC, and y'all was barbarians then. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all was Neanderthals, tribes of Neanderthals then, savage, going across the civilized world, burning and looting, and you understand what I'm saying? This is what y'all was doing. So that's their story. You understand what I'm saying? That's not our story. You see what I'm saying? So they're the nomads, and we were the ocean mariners, and navigators. You see what I'm saying? And so let me get back up here. Let me open this one up a little bit. How that look? How that look? Nah, this one is going a little deeper, taking it into, some millions of years. They got some, I guess this is Homo erectus. I don't give a fuck what that is. I don't care what it is. That I ain't got nothing to do with no Homo erectus. That sounds like some other side of the fence shit. Some of that shit, if you take your time and listen to it, you're like, Homo erectus? What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you break that shit down and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to that shit when you say it. Homo erectus. Now, there's a whole lot of goddamn words in that I don't want to, can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You listen to it. You know, you know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. You listen to the shit that you say. You know what I'm saying? You hear the erect, you hear the rectum, and and then I don't want to say too much. You know what I'm saying? But listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? No, dog, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? If it got something to do with you, then we got to ask some questions. You see what I'm saying? And so you see right here, listen, you got to be, in order to have any dates, and I'm telling y'all this, you got to have primary, you got to have an eyewitness account. And with an eyewitness account, they're going to give you primary evidence. You see what I'm saying? Now, when a motherfucker shaking some shit in a vial, and they've been caught cheating and lying so many goddamn times, it's ridiculous. You understand? The Piltdown man in goddamn Europe, they done took bones from a pig, shit that wasn't even human, and they put this shit together and say they found the oldest human on the planet, and for damn near 40 to 50 fucking years, they taught that, which was in Europe, that the oldest man for 40 to 50 years was the Piltdown man. To some British archaeologists, anthropologists, went behind them and broke them up and showed that some of that shit wasn't even human. It was animal bones, monkey bones that they done put together, and they call this shit science. So listen here, if you, goddamn it, I don't believe no vow. You can put all the little shit in there you want, shake it, it don't talk. You understand what I'm saying? That's what separates Africans from all other people, because we documented our walk on the planet. You go to the Greece, the Rome, they don't have no documentation. They got a couple of little raggedy buildings that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, all of that shit, the salt then ate they shit up because they don't know the science of the minerals and shit and what stone to build with and not to build with. You understand what I'm saying? And so, they don't have and so they can come in and lie and fabricate information and shit and create all type of institutions of fabrication. And you ask a motherfucker, where's the first one? And I don't even, like I say, I'm about institution. When you got institution, that means you got mass amounts of scholars and shit. So you're not going to have no one book. Some people say, where the old? I don't need I don't even ask that question. I ask two questions. Where's the original, and was it mass produced at that time? I don't give a fuck if Moses wrote it, where's the original, and did the Hebrew scholars of that time, if they had scholars, did they mass produce it? So you got multiple accounts of the original, so we can kind of say, yeah, this is true. But one book, that don't show me you got institution. When you go to the goddamn library and you need the autobiography of Malcolm X to do a goddamn, say it's Black history. And I know, a lot of teachers, tell you to pick a book. So at that time, the autobiography of Malcolm X, that just fly off the shelf. So I know I used to work at the goddamn library when I was young, and they would have to buy goddamn 10, 20 goddamn autobiographies of Malcolm X before Black history, because they know that shit gonna be, I didn't mean to say it like that because it's a righteous book. You know what I'm saying? And so they know it's gonna be flying off the shelf. That's mass production. You see what I'm saying? And when you open up, they all say the same thing. That show you got institution. You see what I'm saying? And so we got institution. You know what I'm saying? So we can document and we can go to the doc, and that's primary evidence. Everybody can't read it, but it's still saying, it's primary evidence. You see what I'm saying? So shaking valves and shit and making up, this is the last man on the planet. Let me deal with this. This is the last man on the planet. Where I'm at in time. I'm almost there, family. I'm almost there. Now, today, this is another thing that they trying to do. They trying to take a different route out of Africa. They want to, make it seem like he went through the South first. You understand what I'm saying? Which he did not. He did not. He ain't gonna master that sea before he mastered that lake. That's a lie. They trying to divert. They trying to divert the history. You know what I'm saying? That's another lie they trying to, because it's totally against the one we just showed. Now, who right? Who telling the truth? You understand what I'm saying? Who telling the truth? He couldn't have just went. Through this area because it's showing 50,000 years over here and 70,000 years over here. He went to West Africa first before he went into what they call Arabia or Sheba. You see what I'm saying? That's going, that gives an opportunity because what? You got Abraham and all of that, and shit over him closer in this area, trying to uphold the Bible in some way. You know what I'm saying? To show that maybe they went through here, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? If they went through that, then they can steal Egypt or this, that, and the third. And we can't let them do that. You understand? Busting it down. Okay? Now, let me go. And this is what I showed earlier to show this trade route. You understand what I'm saying? Coming down the, through the Suez Canal, which the ancient Africans had already dug a canal. You see what I'm saying? In which the ships could sail from the Mediterranean through the canal, down the Red Sea. You got ports in Egypt, Nubia, Ethiopia, all in it. You got ports. You're trading. This is a global economic system. This ain't just this is history, but this is also laying the blueprint for a global economic system amongst the Kushites. You understand? And show you that they went up into the Persian Gulf. You understand? They set up right here on the west coast of India. And then they came around. So our peoples was on the oceans and the seas and the rivers. And that's why when you see in our religion, you see that they got arcs. Even when you go to Dendera, you see the gods sailing on arcs. You don't see nobody roaming no damn. That's how connected to the water we was. And to the ark. That even when you go to Khufu, the ark that Khufu had at his pyramid, which is the most complete boat that ever been found in the ancient world, you could put that on the sea. You could put that on the sea. God damn it, that's not no damn raft. And compared to the other Egypt. And so even when you look at the Narmer's palette, you see what I'm saying? You see that as this is the first king of Egypt. You can see on the Narmer palette the arcs, the ships. So as he came down there to conquer Lower Egypt, he also came down the Nile River with the first recorded Marines, meaning soldiers on ships. Where the soldiers came, so he attacked by land and by sea. Man, this is that's advanced military science at a very early date. So I don't want to be confused about what I'm saying. So when you look at this migration shit, this is a Neanderthal blueprint of how they came up out of the Russian steppes or the Asian steppes. And if you know what steppes is, it's just a vast flat area of nothing. It might be some hills in there, but a vast area of nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You look at Mongolia and all, and it look like it's a vast area of fucking nothing. It might be some hills out there, but it's just a vast area of fucking nothing. You see what I'm saying? And that's where they originated from. You understand? And they came down upon all the civilizations of the South, whether it be Egypt, whether it be, and then we were further up than that anyway. They didn't just attack Egypt first because what you call the Middle East and, that belonged to us. You see what I'm saying? So they attacked there first and pushed the war into Egypt. That's why you hear many the so-called scriptures, which is true, that Egypt went up to protect what today is called Israel because the beast was pushing down. And so they knew that if they did not go up there and seize and take total control, because they needed a military presence, and our brothers and sisters up there didn't have it like that. So Egypt had to go out, and this is where you see in the new kingdom that it was an imperialistic age, and they went out and they began to seize and take total control of what they call the Middle East or Arabia, and took it even to India. You understand what I'm saying? Because the brothers and sisters had to, they were sending for help. You understand? Because they was coming down over there and they was needing help. So reinforcements had to be sent over there also. You see what I'm saying? So we cannot, continue to lessen our ancient walk on this planet. We have to throw these goddamn books away. Man, we so late in the game that motherfuckers is still talking about, I don't give a fuck. Somebody got to stand out. You understand what I'm saying? Because Malcolm X was talking about this shit goddamn 50, 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? About voting. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to put no time on it. I did that shit early on, even with Obama, the face of imperialism. And you niggas deeper in the hole today than you was when that motherfucker started. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all niggas still pipe dreaming. And the reason why you so dependent psychologically is like dope. You depended on it because you have not done nothing for yourself. You have not worked towards the blueprint of Marcus Garvey. You have not worked towards the blueprint of Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You have not worked towards the blueprint of Dr. John Henry Clark. You have not worked towards the blueprint of Malcolm X. You have not done it. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the only thing that's going to cure the conditions that we in. I'm not telling you to keep taking the synthetic dope. It's time to detox, purify, and get on the road of freedom and liberation. You cannot keep depending. So if you niggas still out there in these late days talking about who should I vote for, Tales from the Crypt, or goddamn, Beavis and Butthead, you understand, two old decrepit Caucasoid could die on you before the goddamn vote take place. You understand? Biden up there sleeping in Congress. They got to go nudge him. He in there snoring. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but and Trump got the goddamn, he had to put goddamn staples down in his head to keep his goddamn toupee on. You understand? Ain't got no hair whatsoever. Decrepit. And this is what we looking for to get us up out of here. We might as well throw in the damn towel. We might as well throw in the towel and I don't give a, just like I told motherfuckers with Obama, even back then, you can be mad all you want. But we can come back to this motherfucker in another 4 years. And if you have not done for yourself and you have not gone back and listened to the masters and got your shit together and do for self, not black first. Marcus Garvey said black first. General Sarasoon said he said black only. If you are not doing for self and the family as a unit is not looking towards self to empower self, well, motherfucker, get your casket ready because it's going to be over with. None of this is going to save you. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this again. This is just many of you niggas out there in the conscious community that took down the white Christ and put up these white politicians in place. They didn't become your savior. You see what I'm saying? They didn't become your savior. So family, today we destroying this migration myth. You're not a migrant. You are an explorer, expanding an empire all over the world. You was never a migrant. You were not migrating, nigga. You was establishing nations on this. You was a nation builder, an empire builder. You was not wandering Every place you went, you strategically went and set up civilization. And you must do the same in this new day and establish the new African empire by gas, global African supremacy by any means necessary. The legacy lives. Sarah Soon Seti, KingSeti.com, Marketplace, Patreon, General Sarah Soon Seti, Seti University, GeneralSeti.com. Let me get it up there for you. 8, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power, family. Be strong. I get with y'all real soon. I'm feeling it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. I get with y'all real soon. Hit that notification. Hit that subscribe button. Stay in effect. Black Power.